Okay, hi, it's me running again. Okay, so in short, why I do that? Well, I never been a runner, never loved to run at all since I remember myself at school when you had the gym class, and it was nice to play basket. Since we are in Lithuania, we're playing basketball, right? So then there was no problem to run back and forth in the pitch, but running just by running, it was not my favorite activity, and it was for a long time basically. So, but then you become a physio, and especially here in Norway, I never seen so many people running in any country like in Norway. Every day, early in the morning, late in the evening, doesn't matter if it's raining or not, if it's windy or not, they run. And yes, so coming to my case, again, since being physiotherapist, I got a clients, patients, if you will, and most of them, they return from injuries or from some health issues, and they most of the time they were running before that, and they want to come back to it, right, to that activity. So it was interesting to apply into the clinical practice the knowledge about the running and processes, etc. But I felt like strange always, like you talk with the client about the why let's say this problem happened, like running the relationship problem, why I know how to heal it, how to fix it, what to do, what's afterwards, etc. So, and you just do your job, right? But I always felt like I feel apart a bit in the story because I do not run myself. So I would say I felt a little shame of it on me, right? So then I decided I give a chance. I will try it. But I always kept in mind how much I hate the running. So I mean, slowly, but a couple times a week for short distances like 3-4K. And I got excited and happy about that more and more. And of course, and that you get a smartwatch, Strava, whatever, right? You follow the data, you run, you create your self-plan, This week I'm gonna run 5 times, 50k in total, etc. And suddenly, one day you wake up in the morning and you see that you are stiff as a hell, as a stick, stiff as a stick. Yeah, that's good. Right, and then, okay, so then you skip because you feel that maybe you're not skipping the step. You're running, but this run session is so bad. You feel overwhelmed, you feel tired, motivation drops down. Next day, if you push through, you feel like, oh no, it's getting worse and worse, and one day you just drop, right? Because you just cannot anymore. You don't recover, plus the life, right? You're busy at work and so on, and then that's how you stop. So that's how I begin everything. But then I have a friend who was, I believe, one of the best runner at his times in the world. I went to him to ask some advice, some tips to get right, and then I showed him my data, from Strava, from smartwatch. I was so proud of myself that I run so much, and distances are getting longer and longer. My tempo is faster, my pace is up, faster pace. He looks at that, he looks at me, and he just I was surprised. So he made me think, actually. He made me think and think about the running from the different angles. So yeah, I'm coming back to the patients or clients, if you will. I would say with these who love to run and who wants to come back after injury, I find much more interesting conversations and much more joy working with them, because I do myself the same things, right? But just I apply my practices, my running practices, advice from my friend, tips from my friend, and of course from my knowledge as a physiotherapist. Okay, so what just I wanted to say, 80% of my running is like that, very slow. Very slow running, where I can run and keep a conversation, where I can talk with someone or in front of the camera without any heavy breathing. So this is 80% of my running sessions. Of course, you have intervals and tempo trainings, etc. But I do not have structured, static plan. So it is when I do the trainings in a way where I do the test before every training. I answer myself honestly the questions which is related with stress, with my fatigue, with my sleep, with my readiness for training, with my soreness in the body, achings and pains. And then when I answer myself this question, what kind of trainings what kind of running session I will have today. I would recommend you do not follow so much on these digital tools like smartwatches, because they do not know everything. And listen to your body, and don't push, never push, especially if you are beginner, right? Be smart with that. I would love to say that run like a turtle and you will be safe, and you will build endurance. And on top of that, with variations of intervals, tempo trainings, you can achieve the goals without the big risk of injury, setback, overwhelm, and stress. So, see you next time. Enjoy the evening.